All right, so it's a jiu-jitsu day. No lifting. Did legs yesterday. Gonna do just a full class today, and I worked all day. So focus on the jiu-jitsu today, and then we'll be back in the gym tomorrow for an upper body day. Just eating my pre-workout meal for jiu-jitsu. Today is a technique and then heavy roll day, I believe, at the gym. So give or take 40-ish minutes of rolling. I typically get to about the 40 mark, and then I dip out. It goes the full hour, but people start leaving, and I like to get home at a decent time so I can eat some food for my last meal and after the workout that's not too close to bedtime. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Good news for me and great news for you, I guess. I don't know, or great news for me and good news for you. I don't really know. I am up about 5 pounds. So in total, since I started the bulk, I've gone up around 10-ish pounds. Give or take some hiccups. It just been fluctuating because I got sick and stuff like that. But I'm up a solid 10 pounds and relatively lean still. So for like my body, and so that's really good. I think we're like 3 actual weeks into it with a little hiccup of being sick, which only hit me like diet wise and food intake wise maybe like 2 days out of the whole time. So that's not too bad. It's just wasn't lifting as much and moving as much. So who knows what the weight did there. But anyway, I was around 215-ish, give or take a couple pounds when I started. I think when I first weighed in, I was like right under 215, so basically 215, and weighed in today at 225, so point like 2 or something. So not too bad. 10 pounds. Hopefully it's going where it needed to go, which is just muscle size. I don't know. I'm trying to increase food nice and slowly, but I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to lift a little heavier, put a little more intensity into things, and then I'm starting to ramp up jiu-jitsu a little bit where my appetite is starting to, I feel like I'm actually cutting, I'm like in a little bit of a deficit as opposed to a surplus when I should be full, at least like relatively full, not where I'm almost starving by the time I get to my next meal. So I guess in some ways that's a good thing. That means that I have room to add, and it means that I'm actually putting in some work. So that's good. So I'm gonna probably add another like 150 calories. I was gonna say carbs, but I think I'll probably divvy it up. So 150 calories across the board, probably to just maybe a few points in the fat department, and then the rest will be dumped into carbs, and I'll bring that up. So I don't even know what my calories would be. I need to go through. I think I'm at, last time I checked, was that 31 or 3200? So should bring me up to like roughly 3300, whatever it's gonna be. I'll bring it up in the next video. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish this meal, get over to jiu-jitsu. I don't think I'm gonna film, so this is gonna be a straight talking video, so if you're not about it, you can dip out. But I do want to touch on a little bit of like motivation, because I feel like all of us seem to struggle with the whole motivation part of this thing. Like, you get in a good routine and then something comes up, or life gets a little busy, or you have to start doing something else, like the routine fully changes or something like that. And a lot of times a motivational fall off of like going to the gym or eating the right food and stuff like that. And I'm not going to go on a huge rant about this. I just want to touch on what helps me, because I kind of felt it, especially coming off being sick, and then just the past week with the extra workload of really honing in on clients and work and structure and my own programming, if that's jiu-jitsu or if that's strength training, and then my eating all together, just trying to bring all this stuff, it kind of gets a little taxing. And that's when the motivation really just dips. Like everyone's like super motivated when things are kind of easy, or you're just laying in bed, or you're, on your drive to wherever, and you're like, you know what, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. But then, it comes up and it's just like, man, how am I gonna get to the gym today? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna fit that and that? And it's gonna be super cliche and like generic answer, but to be honest, just it's I don't know if you ever read the book Atomic Habits. You don't have to read it if you don't want to. The gist of it is the biggest predictor of successful habits and like routines and stuff like that is to alter your environment to push those habits, or push that routine, or get you to the next step, whatever that may be. Like, as I think one of his James Clear is the author, and he one of the examples is like, if you want to go to the gym in the morning, and you have no problem getting up, but it's more about just like going, how you change that habit is you like get rid of the friction. So set out the clothes that you're gonna wear in the morning on your table or chair, whatever you're doing, set those out and have them completely ready. So all you have to do is jump up and put your clothes on and go out the door. So it's like these little things, and there's tons of different things you can do to make things easier. Like, if you're going to take the diet aspect of it, prep your food, or at least prep some of your food. You don't have to prep everything and put it all in every single container that you have. Like, you don't have to do it. You can prep everything in bulk, and at least you have food made that it makes, like, the friction of just pulling the tubs out and scooping it out, putting it in a bowl is way less than having to make the actual food every day, or do this or do that, like have to find the ingredients and stuff. It's all there already made. You don't have to put it in every Tupperware. It makes it easier if you get it all out of the way in like every step. All you have to just pop it into the microwave. But just making it even in bulk and having it ready to scoop out and put and go, that makes it like way easier. Like, if that's your cutting, or if that's your bulking, or if that's in the middle, it doesn't matter. It makes things so much easier. And then what is it? The gym thing, like, if you know that you have to come home, so this is a big one. If for people who it's hard to get to the gym, like they go in the gym in the evening, which is totally fine. It's fine to go in the evening. So if you have to come home, or you have to go somewhere or whatever, big step to take is to only do what you need to do at home before you go. Like, don't pull out, or don't turn on the TV, don't sit on the couch, don't lay in bed, don't put on a long ass YouTube video. Don't do stuff that will get you to sit in your chair and stay there. Like, it's not like, whatever make you stay at home longer than you should, don't do that. And I know that's really easy to say and very simple advice, but honestly, all this stuff, like all the habits and motivation thing, it's all simple, and it sucks to hear, but it really is. And we don't have to rely on willpower. Just set things up so the habits compound. Like, if you have to come home first and let the dog out, or tend to this or tend to that, just go straight to that and place things out the way it should be. So, like, take the morning workout habit. Like, if you're going to the gym after work, just make sure those clothes are there ready out in the open, so you see them, so when you're done with whatever task you need to do when you get home, those are ready to go. Or the best one across the board as long as they're good about it too, is getting someone to help you. Like they hold you accountable. They don't even have to do it with you. They don't have to go to the gym with you. It's nice if they do, but it can be just someone that, you know, you live with, that's like, hey, you going blah blah, or someone that calls you, or someone that texts you, or it's a gym partner, or a diet partner, whatever you want to do it. They or they're waiting on you, or you guys prep together, or stuff like that. There's all these little things. Or like, say like jiu-jitsu. Like if I was having a hard time going to jiu-jitsu, which I was kind of like thinking about it when I got home, like I was like, man, I gotta go. Have someone there that maybe you don't, whatever sport you do or activity you do, whatever, even if it's not every time that you guys are partners, have someone there that's actually going to reach out to you, or that expects you to be there. And if you're not there, then, well, they're going to be like, yo, where were you? So it's like just finding someone who holds you accountable, basically, and like hold yourself accountable, which is nice. And again, I didn't mean to like ramble on about this. I didn't mean to. I was kind of struggling with wanting to like go to jiu-jitsu. Wow, I can never say that word. I don't know what the heck is wrong with me. I honestly just call it jits half the time, so that might be why. Anyway, I was like, do I really have to go? I mean, like, you know, I can always go tomorrow, or, you know, I can do other, because it's every day of the week basically, except like Sundays. But if you put it off, you never know if you're gonna, like, that's gonna interfere with my lifting schedule, or it's gonna interfere with my work schedule, or like my life schedule. So anyway, I'm just trying to say that first I want to apologize. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much today, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. It's okay to lose motivation in things and not want to do it. Like, you're not going to always be chipper every day. That's okay. None of us are. And if someone tells you they are, they're lying. I don't care. So just at the end of the day, just set up little things, set up your environment to help push your habits, like help you, you know? Like, set it up, set yourself up for success in little things, like, you know, like I said, putting out your clothes. Or when I was growing up, and I had to go like to sports or stuff like that, I had a coach tell me, like, whatever you do, as long as you go and put on your shoes and tie them, that will be a trigger to get you to go. And it's really cool because I'm pretty sure that saying was in that Atomic Habits book. I was like, maybe he read it, but I think that was before that book was read. Maybe it's just a normal thing. But it's like, but they sum it up as like, James Clear sums it up as like the 2-minute thing or whatever. But I just remember having a coach tell me, if you just put your shoes on and get out the door, you're gonna come to practice or whatever. So yeah. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on motivation, and that most of the time motivation isn't real. You just kind of have to do it. And the best way to do it is to set up yourself for success by setting up your environment. It's not going to be perfect. You still got to apply some self-control. All right. Hopefully you can see me and hopefully you can hear me. So just finished up with some class, about an hour of technique, and then I did about 40 minutes of rolling. So maybe like 30 minutes of rolling actually, because I ended up it's still notionally like I'm probably going to compete in that March 8th one, especially because I rose my hand in class when he asked if anybody was going to be competing in it. and I got on the list for the little team the gym's gonna put together. So, and then we're gonna like build a game plan and whatnot. So still notionally, but I probably will do it. And to be honest, like, even, I'm not saying like you do jiu-jitsu or anything like that, or if you even do a sport, but if you do like some sort of hobby where they have like competitions, like even if you're on some, like, you know, even if you're ping ponger, if that's what they call them, and you just do it on as an activity, but there's like a little local comp coming up or something like that, you should do it. Because I know it's a really kind of like a weird and dumb example, but competition, no matter what, makes you better at whatever the thing you're doing. Like even like even as a freaking cake eating contest, you will be better and quicker at eating cake if you decide you're going to compete in some cake eating contest and you start eating cake like you were gonna compete in a contest. So it just makes sense that if you do a sport or activity that has competitions that you can do at any level of what you're doing, you should do it, because it's only going to make you better, because you're going to work a little bit harder. Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully there's some area to build up, or actually maybe hopefully you're the best there is and you dominate and you can make that your career. I don't know. But with that all being said, and on this thing of me talking about competing and whatnot, me notionally competing, I really do think that it makes your game better. Like back when I was a bodybuilder and I was doing it more so like I was building myself up, I did pretty much everything that the sport required besides like full-on contest prep, you know. But I would cut down, bulk up just like anyone does, and it got to a point where I was like, I'm not going to go any further unless something really pushes me. And I've never been big on like team stuff. Like, honestly, other people don't really drive me. Like at times, if I have a training partner, it can help, especially on days that I'm a little demotivated or it's like been a hard time. That can help if someone's there. Or sometimes it changes a little bit when I'm lifting. I push a little, if I'm filming, I push a little harder. But for the most part, it doesn't make, like, having somebody there or whatever doesn't make me inherently better. I don't push myself any harder than I can. I'm very self-motivated. I don't know if that was from the Marine Corps or just always doing like individual type sports like bodybuilding stuff. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here. So I do everything. So I decided that I was going to be a bodybuilder. I was going to compete in a show. Ended up being a few shows. I mean, I was never great. I don't know if I've talked about this before on this channel, but like I was decent at training, eating, like being a dog, doing the same exact thing every day. The only thing I'm not good at is like what I call the showboating part, which is like the posing. I'm not a big poser. I don't like, not in the bad way, just like I'm not great at posing. The stage presence thing, like the comp day was cool and I really enjoyed the competing aspect, getting on there, meeting the people, the whole workup and everything. But at the end of the day, like the worst part of bodybuilding for me was posing practice and then like getting on stage and having to pose for somebody to score me. Not my thing. If I'm gonna get scored, might as well be for like, say, a jiu-jitsu comp when I'm like actively trying to choke somebody out or submit somebody or whatever. That point system makes more sense to me. So with all that rambling, I just think that I think that having a goal, and if you're a team person, it doesn't matter. Like, you should still compete on a team thing too. It's individually or sports, because then you have the whole aspect of other people relying on you. That's cool too. That makes you a better at your sport, better character building, all that good stuff. Anyway, they all have their pros and cons. Either way, what I'm trying to say is that I really do believe that competing in whatever can make you a better athlete, help you set discipline. Like, this is why goals help people achieve, or setting goals helps people achieve their goals. Because once you set that goal, a lot of people, it freaking turns everything on. It flips a switch, because it makes you be like, all right, it's time to like actually grind, because I'm putting something into this. Like, you know, either you paid for it, or you're gonna get money, or, you know, maybe it's just bragging rights and stuff like that. It's like, all of this stuff can help push people to the next level. And that's what, at the end of the day, even if you do something for fun or as a hobby or whatever, it's still cool to push yourself to the next level, because it opens doors for whatever is next. Like, the better I get at jiu-jitsu, the more I know, the more technique, the more I understand, the more I can apply when I'm doing things, when I'm actually like, the easier I understand technique, or the better rolls get, because they become a flow, because I know exactly what's happening or what I'm supposed to do and stuff like that. So it's just, it makes you better. I mean, if you never compete in anything, that's okay too. And I'm really like going on a tangent here, and I'm trying to drive home that if you do something, you should compete, because it makes you better at what you do. Even if you as a competitor, like, take my bodybuilding, like, I'm not ever or was ever a good bodybuilding competitor, but doing it, I did get better at it. And it helped me on all my training stuff, and understanding how the muscles react to everything, and how you can build a nice physique, or even strength. Like, it taught me progressive overload. It taught me to, if you buckle down your diet and stuff, you can actually see results on top of the training stuff. So many things come out of this that can play a role. Like, the last time I was competing for a comp, for the jiu-jitsu comp, it was an in-house one, very small, but because I was competing in it, I was a little more intentional with listening to techniques and drilling techniques, and trying to really understand concepts in jiu-jitsu, and applying what I knew, and not just going through the motions in class or rolls and stuff like that. I really took things to heart, and I really took my time to drill stuff and whatnot. So with that being said, if there's a comp coming up, or some sort of event happening, and you've been back and forth about it, or you've been thinking about starting in something new or tough, or competing in whatever, this is your sign that you should do it, if you want to. I mean, you don't really have to if you don't want to, but you probably should, and I recommend it. So I'm gonna end it there.